Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a great day. Today I'm going to be reacting to another video by somethingelseyt called The Scariest Dream I Ever Had. Quick shout out to YouTuber Catherine Cow 4810 for the suggestion. I think it goes without saying that scary dreams are a universal human experience. Everyone on the planet has had at least one scary dream in their life. But this has to be pretty extreme in order for Adam to dedicate an entire video to it. So we'll see what's going on here. The link to Adam's original video will be in the description below. Please like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get watching this.
Experimentation complete.
Thank you very much.
Experimentation?
4 a.m. Time for bed. Great. He's asleep. Right brain. Is everything in order on your...
Alright, I can tell this is probably not going to end well. I mean, why on earth is Adam staying up till 4 a.m.? I mean, this is a disaster for sleep. You generally should not be staying up that late. Unless you have to, work at a night shift, at a hospital or something. Your average person, there's no need to stay up that late. And also, staying in front of a computer or your cell phone, horrible idea. Because apparently it emits blue light, which messes with your brain's sleep signals. So, just don't do that. Try to go to bed at a decent time. No video or anything is worth potentially damaging your brain health. It just isn't.
Everything's A-okay, Captain Areno. Fantastic. Well, if there are no issues to be found, I think it is optimal for the two of us to enter a state of quiescence and rest.
Okay.
What? Sleep, right brain. I've never heard you say that before. Wait!
Alright, funny expression right there. But, I just want to point this out real quick. The whole left brain, right brain thing, in a way it's kind of a myth. I mean, obviously you have two different halves of your brain, left and right. But the idea of you being left-brained or right-brained, whether you're more rational or creative based on which brain type is more dominant or which side is more dominant, that's a load of nonsense. Your personality and your strengths are a lot more complicated than that. So I know it's probably going to exist in popular culture for decades onwards, but do your research about what it means left brain versus right brain. I mean, I think it's a load of garbage, I'm pretty sure.
Can we watch a movie? You know we
Are you
can.
serious?
Come on. One movie. That's it. I'm sure there's a fresh tape created from today's memories in the dream machine. So
Oh, yeah.
go get it. So wait.
I've heard this too. I've heard the idea that dreams are based on what you experience during the day or what you see. And who knows if that's actually accurate or not. I think it might be to some degree. But sometimes it's just not. Sometimes when I have dreams, they make absolutely no sense compared to what I experienced before I went to bed. No sense at all. I did hear recently, though, that apparently if you eat, sugary stuff before bed, it can cause you to have weird dreams. So if you want a good night's sleep, try to cut back on dessert. The effort. Okay. This
brain? Where did you get this tape?
This seems so problematic. We haven't even seen any of it yet. I mean, look at Right Brain's face.
This is the look of borderline terror that's being shown right now. Something horrible must be on that screen.
From the dream machine, like you said? Over there.
Oh.
Why is that a thing? Turn it off. I'm trying. Try harder. Oh, God, the horror. Help me, left brain. Quiescence, objective, is a state of quietness or inactivity. That's not what I wanted help with.
Oh, man, just pause at the perfect time from crazy dream back to reality. It's so weird how it's like that, though. Sometimes some dreams are just so bizarre, they actually rattle you to your core for a few seconds after you wake up. I know I don't remember what the dream was, but I've occasionally had one dream. I was wait, did that actually happen? Oh, wait, no, I'm asleep. Duh. It's like that. You'll let me know in the comments. Have you ever had a dream or a nightmare that was almost so bizarre, yet so impactful, you actually had to stop and think about it for a minute? You were was that real? Let me know if that's actually happened to you.
What the nightmares, man? Freaking suck. I don't
Yes,
think
they
anybody
do.
has ever enjoyed a nightmare. And if they have, then it wasn't a nightmare. It was a dream.
Yeah.
I mean, duh. I don't know why they exist. I mean...
Adam is totally right. I mean, nightmares aren't there to be enjoyed. I don't know what their purpose is. but I don't think any typically sane person enjoys nightmares. If you know anyone out there who enjoys having nightmares, please get them some psychiatric help immediately, because that is not okay.
Technically, our brains create them while we sleep, but it's like,
Brian.
frick brain, stop it. Oh God, no, I didn't. Hello, gang, what's poppin'? The first nightmare I can remember having was about me getting dropped off at a daycare, and it's just something my brain likes to remind me of every now and then. Now, you
Really?
might be thinking, Adam, that doesn't sound so bad. What if I told you in this particular dream the people look like those characters from that terrifying Rugrats episode, and the entire time they were laughing like clowns and tickling me to death, while my family just walked away like nothing was wrong?
You know, this does sound disturbing. I mean, especially like if you were a kid while you were having this nightmare. I don't know if like Adam was really a young kid. I guess he was, like when he was talking about this nightmare, but that would be disturbing enough if you were an adult and you were reliving this nightmare. I can only imagine how much more terrifying it would be actually if you were a child having this nightmare. All this craziness. So you really gotta feel bad for Adam at this point.
Oh, what the heck? I was dying. I might have had some issues with daycare when I
Okay.
was younger. Recently, I've had probably one of the scariest dreams I have ever had in my entire life.
Do
Now I'm
tell.
going to share it with you because it's Halloween.
All right.
If this is as scary as your first one, I don't think we have too much to worry
This guy's
about.
a jerk. Oh, hold on, I gotta see that face again. Hang on. Oh man, angry animated Adam is kind of scary. I'm gonna be real, but it's like trying to like put him back in his place. Like,
Hello, I'm the one who freaking created you, background viewer character. You know your place.
this is just bizarre. I love his style. This is just great.
It all started with a game not so well known in my dream city, but those who have heard of it were terrified.
What is
a
it?
sort of creepypasta-like concept that people
All
said
right.
was the real deal. But like, so do all creepypastas, so I mean it's whatever. A game
Yeah.
called Mama Seeks.
What? I have never heard of this in my entire life, and I'm not really sure I ever want to experience. I mean, this just sounds creepy and borderline disturbing as it is. I mean, just the name alone. I mean, it's just kind of weird to me, but this is probably going to get pretty good or pretty bad depending on your perspective. We'll find out.
The game goes like this.
All right.
First, what you'll need to do is activate it. In order to do so, you'll need a flameless candle, because Mama wants you to be safe, something of personal value, and the ability to count to 10. Once you have
All right.
everything, you need to place down the candle alongside your personal item and chant the following. Mama, mama, hear our shriek. Mama, mama, come and seek. As soon as you do that, you'll need to count to 10, giving you enough time to think about actually going through with activating the game,
All right.
while also giving you time to hide. Now let's say you and some friends activated the game.
All right. To be honest, so far this kind of sounds similar to that whole game. What's it called? I think it's called like Bloody Mary or something. I don't know if like people actually did this. I heard this was a stereotype of like, you know, like girls at sleepovers would like look at a mirror in a bathroom and like chant like Bloody Mary 3 times, and supposedly some horrible abomination would come out and try to kill you. But this kind of sounds similar to that, so we'll see what's going on.
Once the game is activated, one of you is screwed.
Oh,
Mama will choose one of you at random, or if you're alone, you, and will do everything she can to find and murder them. The only way you can get Mama to not come after you is very simple. All
What?
you have to do is get close to someone, double tap them, and Mama is now transferred onto that
Are you
person.
serious?
But here's the thing.
all right. I'm sure he's gonna explain like some other rule that'll make this much harder.
But that sounds like the most easiest way to avoid being killed by a demonic entity in like the entire history of existence.
You just gotta double tap someone, and then you're off the hook. There's gotta be something else going on.
Now making the conscious decision to end somebody just by tapping them. No real motive but to save your own skin. You
Okay.
don't know if they know the game. You don't know if they'd believe you even if you told them. All you know is if you double tap them, you're free. They're not.
All right.
The good news is if you double tap someone, they can't double tap you back. Once you transfer Mama onto someone else, you have now beat the game. But
Wow.
if someone who activated it from a different game double taps you, Mama seeks.
Wait,
there could be multiple games?
Yeah, that could be problematic, because let's be real, you have no clue who else potentially played this game. There could be, like, potentially millions of people on Earth who have heard of this game. And if, like, this actually somehow worked, if this was, like, a legit thing, you'd be screwed. Just be able to just double tap and then just have, like, a demon just come and just completely destroy you without a moment's notice. This sounds horrible.
Is there stepmamas? I think that's a bit beyond the scope of things. What if you have two mamas and you double tap both mamas? The mama fight to the death? Holy crap, you're right.
You know, that viewer guy actually had a good point. A potential loophole, but yeah, I think we've all probably seen that jump scare before. Especially if, like, back in the day, like in the early 2000s, you played that weird little maze game. You remember? Where you had to, like, try to, like, move within the edges of the maze. If you touch the sides of the maze, then that creepy face comes out and screams at you. It was like nightmare fuel for, like, the early 2000s. It was terrible.
I'm sorry. That was cheap. I admit that.
Yeah,
It's
it was.
October. So in my nightmare, I was still living with my parents for some reason, and things started off pretty dope. I was
Okay.
having a chill day playing video games and drunk when my sister and her husband came over for dinner. I was actually having a really good time as me and my
Alright.
family were just enjoying ourselves and eating some dope.
Alright. What's the deal with the dude who looks like he has a paper bag for a head? Is this like a recurring character in some of Adam's other videos? Hey, let me know in the comments. Do you know about this, or just this some, like, random character just thrown in just to make the scene look more interesting? Let me know if you know.
A steak. Finally, we ended the day and said our goodbyes to my sister and her husband, but
All right.
before they left, her husband walked up to me and said, Adam, if you see her, run. I was just like,
What?
what? He then gives me a hug, smiles, mutters, good luck. And then,
Oh no.
frickin' Tyler, the motherfricker double tap.
Alright, so we learned some things here. We learned that his brother-in-law is named Tyler, good to know. And also, he just performed the double tap. In-laws, am I right? That's just gotta be the worst. Like, you think you get along well with your family, then boom, you get a demonic entity passed on to you. That's just terrible. Like, imagine if this was real life, too. Obviously, it's a dream, but if this happened in real life, your family members would be the worst if they actually did something like this to you.
Me. I could understand if it was my Instagram. I upload some quality stuff on there. Not here. I know this was a dream, but I was mad at him for like a solid 2 days after that. And because it's a dream, and for some reason dreams are terrible with transitions, I'm now at school, still confused why he said good luck. I start to head to class, and I overhear a couple kids talking.
It's kind of like similar to what I was saying before. Sometimes some dreams or some parts of dreams mess with you, and to the point that you actually think that they potentially happened, or you blame people for things that happened. Like, I've heard this story before. I've heard this story between, like, a husband and wife. The husband does something in one of the wife's dreams, and the wife gets mad at the husband, even though the husband didn't do anything in real life. And of course, the vice versa can happen too. I've heard that story before. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever had a dream that was so vivid that you actually got mad at someone else for something that happened, even though it was a dream? Let me know.
About some dumb game about how you have to do this thing and activate it. It's called Mama Seeks, blah, blah, blah. I thought it was dumb, so I ignored it. I guess this was my dream's way of explaining the rules to me, because as soon as I got home, that's when shit got real. I walk into my house and start heading upstairs when all of a sudden I see a figure sprint towards my bedroom and slam into it. Nope, nope, not today. The lights go completely dark and
Okay, I mean, I was just gonna, like, make a comment about the whole ominous figure thing, but this is worse. Being in a dream and it's dark, that's arguably a lot worse than being in real life when it's dark.
Because in real life, you can just easily find a light switch. But if you're in a dream, there might not be any light switches in your dream scenario. You could be just like in the void of space or something. Ah, man, so this has got to be horrifying.
it's somehow nighttime now. I yell over to my parents who were in the living room watching TV,
This is
asking
not
what
alone.
the heck is happening to the lights, and they were just like, huh? Of course. Holy crap, this game is real.
Oh no. I'm just thinking like, okay, like slightly bad mouthing his parents, but I just gotta look it back at the whole mama figure again. I gotta see it real quick.
Asking what the heck is happening to the lights. And they were just like, huh? Of course. Holy crap, this game is real.
Wow, that is just, ah man, this is gotta be terrifying. Like if you like actually experience this within your own head. Because let's be real, while we're watching this is like actually pretty funny. I mean, I guess that's the whole point. That's just shtick, is to be an animation, more comedy-esque YouTuber. But like, if you were actually experience this in your own mind, this would be horrible. I am so sorry Adam actually had to experience this.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, so apparently they can't see whatever the ghost is doing. It seems lazy. Okay, Adam, you need to think. How did they say to get rid of it again? I get up from the floor and I start heading towards the front door because, like, this house is cursed or whatever. I ain't staying in it. But
Good
of
call.
course, it's a nightmare. Freaking door disappeared. Okay, cool. Frick me then. Turn around, run halfway up the stairs, and
Unfortunately, that's how nightmares work, it seems. They take away the most rational escape route, and then you're just screwed. You have to either just somehow wake up from shock, or you have to somehow face the being within your nightmare. So hopefully Adam has some type of solution that'll make this nightmare end relatively quickly for him.
just sort of sit. I'm freaking out at this point. I just start trying to remember how to stop the game. Come on, Adam. You know how to stop this. Just think.
Nice. Jimmy Neutron reference. Classic.
Brain blow. Oh, wait. I remembered that in order to end the game, I had to double tap someone and transfer Mom over to that person. But
Okay.
I'm gonna leave my house, and the only people home is my dad, my mom, my brother. Now, I don't want to hurt my family. I
Okay.
tried finding the back door, opening windows, and even breaking holes in walls, but nothing was working.
It's understandable this is so frustrating. You have something of a moral dilemma here. I mean, no decent person wants to hurt a family member, but still, Adam, it's a freaking dream. They're not your actual family members, so you can do what you want. You can, like, pass this demon onto them, and things will be fine once you wake up. Just double tap and get it done.
Mama person was just following me everywhere, and I couldn't escape. Eventually, I just sat down in a hallway as this horribly disfigured thing was slowly approaching me from the other side. I basically just accepted my fate.
Okay.
And awaited my horrible demise. But out of the blue, I suddenly heard my brother and what sounded like a friend upstairs, so I was like, oh what? Does Caleb have a friend over? Freaking I should have won. Maybe, if you stop sucking.
Alright, I think we potentially found a solution here. If I had to take a guess here, Adam will probably just like either double tap his brother or double tap his brother's friends, and then, bing bang boom, problem solved. But this is an animation video, so who knows where this will be heading. We'll find out.
I'm sorry, Caleb. I quickly sprung into action and started running upstairs because friggin' I don't want to die and I'm selfish. What do you want from me? I'm now
Understandable.
running through the upstairs hallway, and of course, since this is a nightmare, it's as if the gravity is 10 times lower, making it so much harder to touch the floor.
Oh,
While this is
no.
happening, Mama's right behind me, looking furious as ever and ready to attack. I eventually do get traction on the wall and look up towards my brother's room to aim. I end up seeing him and what looked like a dude right next to him, so I was like, frick, yes! Holy crud, he does have a friend over.
That's gotta be like the worst parts of dreams, like what he was just saying, or nightmares specifically, like how it's difficult to like run or move, like when you're being chased. It always seems like that the entities that are chasing you in your nightmares, they can run like full tilt, no limitations. Your legs are stuck on hard mode, and it's like you can barely move. That just makes nightmares so unfair. It's like you're stuck on playing a game on hard mode, but the enemies, the bosses, all have cheat codes. That's gotta suck.
Launch myself from the wall and start flying towards them. I end up slamming straight into his wall. What the heck? No time to explain. I run over to his friend, double tap him, and...
What happened?
Holy crap. It's over. It's finally freaking over. I was about to happily explain to him until another voice sounded mildly confused, asked from behind me.
Caleb, you getting mugged?
Oh, wait, hold on. The other voice was a player from the game? Or like someone else playing the game? That's gotta be horrible. If that's the case, then did he actually double tap anybody? Did he just double tap a shadow? What happened here? I mean, just look at that face of just pure, oh no, that face of pure dread. This is not going to end well.
My heart dropped. I turned
Understandable.
around and saw the TV was playing some sort of game, looked back at my brother, and then looked back at his friend. I
Well,
was at a loss for words. Because his friend was a pile of clothes.
What?
I thought you were hanging out with a friend. Yeah.
why would you just have a pile of clothes and like a basketball in a randomly humanoid shape? Who just does that? Who keeps their clothes like that? I mean, obviously, for the sake of like, this is a nightmare, so there should be something weird, but at the same time, you know, there's probably at least one person who does this, who just lumps their clothes together and doesn't care about putting them up. I mean, anyone out there who lives like this? Take some pride in your clothes and laundry. Put them up properly. It's not that hard.
Online, playing Call of Duty. Got rocked. I
All
turned
right.
around, and before I knew it, Mama
Oh,
was right in
no.
my face. You might be wondering, Adam, why do they call this thing Mama? Well, as soon as she got me, I found that out myself.
What?
Instantly, I was trapped in a completely windowless room made of solid concrete, with one of the walls being a giant mirror. And the figure standing in front of me had transformed itself into...
All right, this is going to sound like some really creepy, borderline torturous type of thing right there. I mean, being strapped in a windowless room, this just sounds really even bad. Even for a nightmare. This sounds really messed up.
looking like my mom, but with little tiny red holes for eyes and a mutilated face and body.
Oh.
It was disturbing. So I'm assuming when she captures the victim, she turns into said victim's mom. I woke up scared out of my mind. My stomach hurt, I had a headache, I was freezing, I felt like I was gonna puke.
Wow. That's intense. I mean, I've had a few reactions from like a bad dream. Like, I think I like maybe was sweating a little, but never to the point where I felt like I was actually gonna like having stomach pains or this type of extreme reaction. This had to be one hell of a nightmare in order for Adam to experience this. I am so sorry, Adam, and I'm so sorry for anyone else who experiences nightmares to this intense of a degree. No one should have to go through that in the middle of the night in your own brain. That's just messed up.
Ow, that was unintentional. You know how in cartoons when a character gets really scared, they just lose all their color and freeze up? That was me,
Yeah.
sitting on my bed for a solid hour because I was too afraid to move. Funny thing, too, was that it was like 6 in the morning, but the sun was pretty much up and shining. I was that scared. I was convinced everything in my nightmare actually...
That's it. That is really intense. I mean, I've been freaked out by a nightmare to like the point of like maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute or two, but never for like a solid hour. That just seems so extreme. And I just hope I never experience that. And I hope Adam never experiences that again. And I hope anybody watching this never experiences that. You should never have dreams that are so horrible that you actually are like borderline immobilized for an hour. That's just not okay.
happened, but eventually I did end up snapping out of it. Well, because...
Good.
Wait, I'm not dead. So happy. I have nothing to worry about, I think.
Oh no, there she is again. Around.
I'm never drinking coffee before bed again.
Okay.
All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Don't...
All right. Thanks to K-Shot TV for playing himself, aka my brother. Okay. Well, gotta say, he gave us a little bit of an explanation back there, but also, that confused me. How would you even be able to sleep if you drank coffee before bed? Unless it was decaf? I'm pretty sure if you drank coffee before bed, you typically can't go to sleep. But anyway, that was another video by Something Else YT. Very amusing, very disturbing, and it's interesting to get like a little bit of a peek into his inner workings. I mean, I'm sure that he's probably had dreams that were just almost as weird, but not as borderline terrifying. I think all of us have experienced that at some point or another. Let me know in the comments. Can you remember a recent bad dream that you've had? And like, what was it about? And like, what was the outcome? Like, did you actually manage to defeat the dream? Or did you wake up in pure terror? Let me know. And also, let me know in the comments as well if you have any other recommendations for future Something Else YT reactions. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.